Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Global Empire Entertainment Media. You are not ready. And if you are, step back. It's going down. Global Empire ENT Media is now live. Are you ready? Global Empire Entertainment live stream. Welcome to the show. Yes, we are live and we're ready. Prepare for the greatest live stream available.
Are we ready, folks? I don't think that my guest is ready, but that happens all the time, y'all. What's happening? What is happening to my YouTubers, my Instagrammers? Oh gosh, I forgot to bring them in, guys. I got to bring them in. Please ignore me, but we're still going to enjoy ourselves until he gets here. Hope you don't mind. But first, I want to give a shout out my YouTubers. You guys have been putting in so much great work. I've been watching all of the shows, of course, and you guys keep me scared sometimes, but you also keep me laughing. So I just want to say thank you. I just want to give a few shout outs. I hope you don't mind. Hope you don't mind, because I don't get to talk to everybody all the time, because we know what today is. It drops today, you guys, and there she is. Iron's Throne Radio, baby. That is Strong Jewel herself. Her magazine is dropping today. Yes, indeed. I know you guys have been waiting, but man, oh man, I've got some surprises for all of you, such as loyalty before royalty. Oh yeah, baby. I know everybody now. I know literally everyone now. I've been listening to so many videos and I'm like, oh my God, where have all of these artists been all of my life? Oh my God. But yes, so I got to see all the videos. I put in a few of the videos as well into the interactive magazine. We're going to let the interactive magazine run for a week. That way you'll be able to actually see, the you can go to the storefronts. You can also watch the videos and so forth. And then after a week from today, that is when we will be launching the actual physical magazines. The physical magazines, of course, they will be delivered straight to your door. You can order as many as you like. I can order them for you. If you don't feel like going through all of the hassle, I can do that for you as well. And I know that Dean, he has already put in a large order for the physical magazines. You're going, if I tell you the beauty alone in the magazine, the artistry, wow, A1, A1 quality, I'm telling you guys. So salute to loyalty before royalty. And Dean says loyalties before royalties. Slash Green Gang Entertainment in the building. Yes, I have an article on Green Gang. Yes, and I did love that story. As I was putting all of the stories into the magazine, they were so inspiring. That is what I really, really love. And Green Game, they have a really, really interesting story about how they came to be as well. So yeah, even though I put it in, I still actually, I read everything, you guys. I read everything. But Andre Richmond says, yo, 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 Mr. Bumrush in the building. A shout out to all the showroom and your host from DRC. You guys, if you don't know who some of these people are, you've got to know they are the heavy hitters in the industry. You guys, my mouth is still a little swollen, so just ignore that. Let's see who else is on the feed. Beloved One is in the house. Salute. I want to talk about this necklace and how special it is to me. And I'm not giving this away on any of the competitions. I'm going to tell you why this one is so special to me. We were on a live video. We were on a live auction with one of the paparazzi entrepreneurs. Her name is Shelly. She also has a twin. Everyone knows them by now. But she was supposed to have her second showing. But the first showing, my ex-assistant, she actually brought everything that she saw. And she decided to gift everyone that was on the live auction with the paparazzi consultant. So she actually purchased everything. These are some of the items that she sent to me and also to one of the mothers in the gyms and to herself as well. But the reason why this is so precious to me, you guys, is because I love this one. And I actually ordered this one and my assistant, she purchased it. But the reason why I'll never forget this, and as you can see, it was only $5, you guys. You know I love big or go home. But the reason why this is so special to me is because a little bit after that, we were scheduling her promotion. And she was supposed to have her second auction. And I think the day before her second auction, they lost their mother. Her mother transitioned. And so I will never, ever forget this. I'm trying not to cry, you guys. Well, I'll never, ever forget that I was there on her very, very first auction, you guys. Can you imagine? Can you imagine in just one auction? And she didn't really know what she was doing. She was trying out her hand and everything was sold on her very first show. You guys, we only need us. I say that all the time. We only need us. Man, I see some people are watching from my other outlets. Kristen, peace to you, beautiful one. Frank Hubbard Jr., peace to you. Prince Brumfield III, peace to you. Lynn Hart, peace to you. Johnny Jury, oh yes, okay, I know who that is now as well. RJ Batten, I know who that is because they're all in the magazine. A lot of them are and of course the beautiful Siobhan Ramos, you guys. That was really a beautiful, beautiful interview. Ashley Hoffman, Beloved One, yes. It is so beautiful. It's very chunky. I love big, you know me, but it is very big and I love it. Beloved One. And I also saw, yes, Strong Jewel is here. She is working. You already know she's one of the hardest promoters, radio hosts in the business. Let's see who else. I think I see someone. It says device not connected. Let's see. You have to enable your camera and you also have to enable your mic. So remember that, enable your camera, enable your mic. Geechie, go back out and come back in. I will be waiting for you because it says that your device is not connected. And so sometimes that happens. So go out and make sure that you allow your mic and you allow your camera. So go out. I'm going to kick you out of the studio and then you can come back. Okay, so I'm kicking you out. I'm kicking you out. I'm not kicking you out because I think I see the man of the hour, Mr. Geechie Dan, y'all. Say something to me. Can you hear me? He's frozen, but say
Hello.
something.
Good morning. Good afternoon. It's your boy Geechie Dan.
Geechie Dan is in the house, you all. If y'all don't know What the heck did you know what? Get you bring your butt back here and stay in one place. I'm tired of y'all messing up my show. Wait, let me tell you the funny part. Cool Rock. I was so scared he was not going to show up on time because I had read in one of the interviews, he's like, well, I'm usually there like a minute before. I'm like, oh God, oh God. So I couldn't reach him, you guys. I literally could not reach him. And I was so scared that he wasn't going to show up on time. And he was there on time, like on time. Okay, Geechie, I don't see you. I see your name, but your device. So I might have to kick you out again. Go to the other part of your house or your studio and then come back in. So I got to kick you. I got to kick you. I got to kick you. You got to come back in the right way, baby. You got to get in the great spot, of the studio. But let me tell you, while I'm waiting, Geechie Dan. Uh-oh. Hello, Myra. Oh, Mama Royal is in the house. I love you. I do believe I saw Tanya Hicks. Did I see my Tanya? I love you, baby. I love you so very much. Please go ahead and share. Oh, gosh. I don't know if I made it public or private. Let me find out. Hold on. But Geechie Dan, you guys. Rosie, I love you, baby. If you want to know anything about, oh, there he is. Okay, stay still. Okay. If you want to know anything about hip hop, this is the man himself. Geechie Dan, thank you so much. I am so
You sound like,
honored.
how you doing? You
Yes.
sound like you're out of space.
I sound like I'm out of space. Do I sound like I'm out of space, you guys? I don't know. It could be you. I
Could be me.
sound perfect to me.
Do you want me to come back?
No, no.
No.
Everyone in the chat, is everything sounding good? Oh, I love that hoodie.
Yeah,
I've got, yes, go ahead.
your sound don't sounds like you in Pluto.
Oh, okay. Rosie says, no, you're fine. And she's always here making sure everything is okay. Okay, Dean says vocals are perfect.
Okay, there you
Okay,
go.
so don't worry about it. First of all, if you don't know who this is, you don't know hip hop. That's all I have to say on it. Okay,
Yeah.
tell everybody who you are. And I want that. I want one of them hoodies. But go ahead.
Yo, hello, hello, yeah, what's up? Good morning, y'all. Good afternoon. It's your boy Geechie Dan, and I'm honored to be on your podcast. And thank you again for reaching out to me. And this is going to be an iconic and dope interview. I hope everybody that's listening and watching us enjoys our interview. Okay.
Wow. There's no other choice. You already know how I bring it. I bring it with that Phoenix fire. But this is none other than the gatekeeper, I call him, of hip hop, Geechie Dan himself. Faith is on the check-in. Faith DS. Peace to you, beautiful one. I love you and I miss you all. Forgive me if I'm gone a lot from my other outlets, but we had to focus on this month's edition of Iron Throne Radio magazine. Okay, let's keep going. Now, Mr. Geechie Dan,
Yes.
tell me,
Yes.
how did
Yes.
you become so fascinated with hip hop? And what age were you?
Um, I say about 12, 13 years old. My interest in hip hop, at that time, with the tapes were, um, when I heard the Jazzy Five MCs and the Pole Crush Four and the Kumo D Busy Bee Battle, I was like, yo, this is something that I need to be involved with. Um, so it started out collecting the tapes because um, these tapes were circulating throughout New York City at the time.
Mhm.
It was our vinyl, it was our internet at that time. It was the way that everyone uh, networked and communicated as far as getting the new jam from the park or from the T Connection or from Harlem World. that was the way it spread it through the tapes.
Right.
And so I got moved to the tapes, and I started emulating the brothers and sisters that were on the tape, and that's how I got into um, rapping and rhyming myself because I wanted to emulate them, and instead of saying their name, I said my name, and that's when I had to come up with a name that was unique and that was different from everybody else. So I came up with Geechie Dan because my favorite movie at the time was Uptown Saturday Night, and
Really?
Harry Belafonte played the character Geechee Dan. That was a movie with
Yep.
Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier. And I was like, yeah, I need a name. I need a name. And I was like, Geechee Dan. My real name is Daniel. And, people in my neighborhood, some of my friends used to call me, they used to say, hey, you look like a geech. You look like a geech. I was
Okay.
like, I didn't know what that meant, but yeah, they say, you look like a geech. I said, okay, well, okay. So my favorite movie, Uptown Saturday Night, Geechee Dan. My real name is Daniel. I look like a geech. Well, that's how
It
Geechee
makes
Dan was
so
born.
it makes so much sense. So much sense. Let me ask you this, Dan. It's odd for me to call you Geechee, so I'm gonna call you Dan. Okay. Let me ask you,
That's fine.
when you first started out and you started collecting the mixtapes, and we're going to talk about the Hall of Fame and all of that in just a few minutes. We're going to segue into that. But when you first started out and you started collecting the mixtapes, did you
Yeah,
have hindsight or did you have foresight that I should keep these because one day these are going to be collector's items?
yeah. For some, it was hard to depart my tapes. Now, I lost my comic book collection throughout the years. I lost
Oh,
stamp collection. I had a wonderful stamp collection. I
oh,
lost that throughout the years, but I did not want to lose my tapes. So I had the opportunity about 5, 6 years ago, maybe about 6 years ago. I had the opportunity to convert all my tapes to CD, and then from CD to MP3. So now
wow.
I have approximately 900 MP3 files of old school parties from 1970s, starting from 1975. I have a tape from 1975 in Queens, all the way up to the present today. I have about 100 MP3 files. Now everything is on CD
Right.
and everything is on hard drive and backed up on thumb drives and in the computer. So I have everything backed up.
So let me ask you this. So you have originals that maybe no one has on earth anymore.
That's correct. I have I have battles, I have DJ contests, I have performances, early hip hop, um, when hip hop was coming to fruition. Early stages, baby stages of hip hop and disco parties, where we at today is now one accord. Everybody
Right.
came one side from the hip hop side with the break beats and the break dancing up there, what they was doing in the Bronx, and then what they was doing everywhere else, Queens and Brooklyn, and in the Bronx as well. There was others that was mixing
Hmm.
um, records, um, park jams at the time. So I have tapes of everybody, not just I don't have just tapes of Funky Four or Cold Crush. I have tapes of New Sounds, Grandmaster Flowers, rest in peace,
Yes.
um, DJ Hollywood, Eddie Chiba, as well as Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel, and I have tapes of Funky Four, L Brothers, Cold Crush, Jazzy Five, Imperial Brothers, um, Crash Crew, Phyllis Four, um, early LL Cool J before he, signed with Def Jam, Mikey D, um, you know, Grandmaster Vic, um, Spank G, Lost Boys. our early Run DMC at the Disco Fever. Sparky D, Roxanne Shante, Jack J, Soul Sonic Force, Cosmic Force, Red Alert, Zulu Nation anniversaries and parties at Bronx River. So when I say I have jams, I got jams for real.
Let me ask you this, Dan. Has anyone ever tried to buy your collection or buy a few of the original mixtapes that you owned?
People request that I, send them a copy. Someone like Sha Rock, big shout out to Sha Rock from the Funky Four. She requested, some of her jams, and I can't turn down Sha Rock.
Right? Like, how dare you?
Can't, some of these individuals that's on these tapes, I can't turn down. They pioneers.
Exactly.
But average Joe, no, I'm not, selling my collection now. I've been thinking about doing NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
I might do an NFT on my partial of my collection. I may, instead of doing NFT on 800 and 900 jams, I may do half. I may do an NFT on maybe 300 or 400.
Now, I remember that you used to interview a lot of the artists. There was a few segments that I saw. You were in a park. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about some of those interviews, and what is the funniest interview you ever did with the hip hop star?
The funniest interview. I really can't say it was funny. It was just iconic. It was just ridiculous. Some of these individuals I have interviewed over the years, some of them are no longer here. Some have passed. So, I treat every pioneer, legend, icon as such on a high standard.
Exactly.
I have so much respect for them. So every interview with them is iconic to me. It ain't really nothing. No laughing matters. It's not really nothing funny. It's just that God has blessed me and put me in a position where I can interview these pioneers and do what I've been doing for the last 6-7 years. So these pioneers can be revered and they can be they get their accolades now while they're above now, to opposed to getting their accolades when they're 6 feet deep. You know what I'm saying?
I do understand. Let me ask you. Give me an instance of an icon that you actually interviewed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a lot of.
What year was it?
Huh?
And what year was it?
I interviewed Jazzy, the Jazzy. Let's see. I mean, throughout the years, I've interviewed. Let's see. I did. What's his name? I interviewed Mr. Freeze. Rest in peace from the Jazzy Five. I interviewed Master Ice from the Jazzy Five. I've interviewed Little Rodney C from the Funky Four. Grand Mixer DXT. They had a collaboration with Herbie Hancock in 1983, I believe. I had the pleasure of interviewing the grandest of all, Grandmaster Cash from the Cold Crush Four. I've interviewed JDL from the Cold Crush Four. I interviewed Mighty Mike C from the Fearless Four, Reggie Reg from the Crash Crew. I interviewed Ike C from the Cosmic Force, MCs from Zulu Nation. I interviewed Pow Wow from Zulu Nation, Soul Sonic Force. I interviewed MC Globe from Soul Sonic Force. I interviewed Mikey D from Queens, Grandmaster Vic DJ. He's the originator of the blends mix from Queens, DJ Grandmaster Vic. I interviewed Sha Rock from the Funky Four. I've interviewed Waterbed Kev from the Fantastic Five MCs. I've interviewed Biz Markie that recently passed away. Rest in peace, Biz Markie. So there's a whole lot of Mr. Cheeks from the Lost Boys I interviewed some years ago. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of people. These are all my heroes. These are our hip
Yes.
hop icons. And you know, I take pleasure. I'm honored to meet and you know, talk hip hop to these brothers and sisters. And Queen Lisa Lee from Zulu Nation, Debbie D,
Yes.
um,
Wow.
DJ Wanda D, the Mercedes Ladies, the first hip hop female, all female. Um, who else? Sh- uh, Sequence that was on Sugar Hill.
Yes.
Interviewed Cheryl. I interviewed the Imperial Brothers from the Bronx. Who else did I interview? Um, there's more. Can't think of them right now.
Wow. Let me ask you something. What the I call them the legends, but the forefathers and foremothers of hip hop. How were they in person? Were they humble? Were they, you know, give me a little vibe about how they are when you actually interviewed them.
They were humble. You know, for the most part, they were humble. They appreciated that you know somebody is around to interview them
Right.
and you know I have their best interests because for years I've seen where these brothers and sisters don't get the acknowledgement they
Yeah.
should be getting, and they should be revered and they should be put on higher pedestal for what they
Agreed.
contribute to hip hop. It's a global culture, and they don't get that. And I took it upon myself to make it happen for them. I don't do it for me or the money. I do it for them because they deserve that.
They do. They really, really
And,
do. Let me
and
let me
everybody,
go ahead.
go ahead,
No, you
go
go.
ahead. No, I just you know I really sincere about what I do, and I take to heart what I do because you know um, I'm trying to push the envelope with these brothers and sisters. They deserve to be in all museums. Deserve
Yes.
to be in all galleries. They deserve to be in all these institutions. So whether
Indeed.
it's in you know whether the institution is in Queens or Washington D.C. or Cleveland at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or the Grammy Academy in California or even institutions in Asia and Africa in South America, you know, in Europe, they belong there too. So I'm, you know, always looking for, you know, ideas.
Right.
You know, I'm always planting seeds, as I call it. And once I plant that seed, I let God do His thing, and I watch it, you know, materialize and come up and watch it grow and you know become a reality. You know, but you gotta put the work in and you gotta plant the seeds. And I have no problem planting seeds, you know, because I ain't nobody else doing it. So I take um, I take the lead on that, and you know, I don't pat myself on the back like that. It's more for the for the pioneers.
You
I
know, right.
just
Go
recently got them free healthcare and free dental
Wow.
a couple of years ago. I just had a conversation and a visit at the Library of Congress last week in Washington.
Yes. I want to talk about that. Tell me, how
Yeah.
did that occur?
Well, I reached out to someone at the Library of Congress on Facebook, and we became friends. And I started messaging him about some ideas that I had for hip hop, and he um, was like, you know, very interested. And then I sent him some audio jams, some tapes of some early hip hop parties from you know the '70s. I sent them about 5 jams, and he listened to the jams. He let his staff listen to them, and they was ecstatic. They was like, "Wow, how many jams you said you
So
got?"
how many do you have again?
Got about 800. They like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I would like to partner up with you guys, and I like to get these audio jams in the library, and let's try to get a collaboration going, and let's get a campaign with hip hop in the Library of Congress. So that's one chess move that I'm, currently. I got about 5 more chess moves. I got something I can't say about the other 4 right now, but trust me, they are big, very big and iconic.
Okay.
Anything I
Okay,
anything
Geechie, can you do me a favor?
yes.
On the back end, because I like exclusives. Okay, I already knew about that info, that little chess move. So
Yeah.
can you just, on the back end, I won't tell nobody. Just tell me 2 more on the back end so that I'll be ready. Would
Okay.
you do that for me?
One word. China.
Yeah.
That's one. And another one, NASA.
Wait, NASA? You
Mm,
mean hip hop? NASA, hip hop.
NASA is right.
What'd you say?
You know what NASA is, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, okay. Listen. Just give me a little extra hint. China, NASA, hip hop.
NASA. You heard of NASA hip hop. You heard about the space program, right?
Yes, I have. Oh,
Okay.
wait a
That's
minute. Wait a minute. I just envisioned something. I I just had a mental picture of like the oldest mixtape being planted on another planet. Or or you know how they give out the signals, to outer space?
let's
When
if you had the opportunity to speak to me, if you know how my mind thinks, if you know me and you know where I'm going, then it's really easy. When I say when I'm talking about space and I'm already, in hip hop, that you put the two together, you already know where this is going.
oh my God,
You
this
already
is
know
so
the check. You have it.
exciting. Yes, I do.
I
I
can't tell
do.
you. Uh, oh,
Okay,
that's and then I
okay.
got another.
Go ahead.
I got another chess move.
Yes.
With China, with hip hop in China. That's all I can say.
You know what? I'm tired of you all giving me the cheese and saying, don't eat the cheese. All these little teasers and appetizers. And then, okay, listen, I'm going to know. I'm going to know because you're going to tell me as soon as we get off of here. So I'm not even worried about it. Toby says classics. So we know the chess moves. The first chess move, we already know where he went. The second chess move, China and NASA and hip hop. That's all I got to say on it. Y'all got to figure it out because I already did. Let me ask you something. What do you think is lacking in hip hop today as opposed to back in the day?
Originality,
Originality.
diversity. That's that's what's missing today.
Okay, your sound is kind of low. Go ahead.
That's what's missing today.
Okay, you went silent. I can't hear you anymore. I think I heard something. Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Diversity. Bridging the gap from today's generation with my generation is missing.
Hmm.
We need to do a better job bridging the gap from what was to what is. If people understand what was, they can do today better music, better content, and iconic music.
Hmm.
Hits, classics. We don't have that.
Hmm. Do you think also because you can now and Cool Rock said this the other day, you can actually go into into a studio and just push buttons now, whereas before, do you think it was more organic, like the beatboxing and so forth? And someone asked the other day, is it a lost art form? What do you think?
You know, born in,
You're still kind of low. Okay, say something.
Hello?
Okay, go ahead. You're fine. No, it keeps going
Can you hear
off.
me now?
Okay, I can hear you perfect. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. There's no, like when I was coming up to do songs, we went to the studio. We did it on a track board, 48 track, 12 track board, and now we don't have that. We don't have groups. If you notice, we don't have any hip hop groups no more.
Yes,
We
yes.
used to have groups back in, we don't have no groups like that. So everything over the internet, everybody can just go and get a track and do everything on your phone. You could do a song, complete a song on your phone now.
Yeah, that's true.
But
And
it was
yes,
different
you know
than
what I really
to the
miss?
studio.
I really miss being on the corners, and witnessing it live, as they were spitting just off the dome. Like that was such an amazing time because it actually showed their versatility, but it also showed their craftsmanship. You know what I'm saying? How they could come
Yeah,
up with something so quickly off the dome. And I know a lot of the hip hop artists can do that as well. But it's just something about watching on the corners, New York, Chicago, with the break dancing and so forth. That was such an incredible time. You know what I'm saying? Because we were able to finally show our talent. Even on the movies when we were talking the other day on the interview, Crush Groove and so forth, that showed
right,
we had so much talent. Oh my gosh. And now it's unfortunate that a lot of the hip hop artists don't even know the foremothers and the forefathers of hip hop. So that is why I bridge the gap. Even though, I do play a lot of the newer hip hop and rap artists, I want them to know this is where it originated. You must show respect, you must show honor to those who opened the door for this genre. You know what I'm saying?
right.
What else have you been working on lately?
I'm working on uh, a show called Planet of the Tapes.
Planet
Instead
of
of
the
Planet Tapes, yeah, instead of Planet of the Apes, Planet of the Tapes. Where
Wow.
I'm working on that situation. Um, I spoke to LL Cool J. Big shout out to LL from Rock the
Yes.
Bells, his brand, and his recently induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Some
Yes.
congratulations to him, E Love, and Cut Creator, definitely. They from my hometown, from Farmers Boulevard. So I got to shout them out, and I had to give them a salute. So I'm waiting for LL. I'm patiently waiting for LL to get back to me so we can now we can knock out a show for Rock the Bells.
Yes.
So hopefully that comes soon. Okay.
I'm so waiting for that. I know it's going to be so frigging incredible. Oh my gosh. So we know that with LL, this is coming. Let me ask you about that hoodie that you have on.
I've been getting a lot of inquiries about my
I
hoodie.
love that. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I love
Big
it.
shout out to Jim Pop Global. Rest in peace, rest in power. Our executive director that recently passed away, Terrence.
Mhm.
Um, good brother, good brother.
Yes.
The organization is based out of Cape Town, South Africa. Big shout out to my team, Raquel, David,
Mhm.
um, Don, um, Terrence, Alonzo,
Mhm.
Dr. Richard Reeves. You know, big shout out to Generation Hip Hop Global, and we're doing wonderful things. And our chairman, Ndabi Mandela, which is Nelson Mandela's grandson, he's out there. So a big
Yes.
respect and salute.
Oh my God. I'm not even, wait, how did that occur that you actually connected to Nelson Mandela's people?
Well, what happened was I reached out to Raquel at Generation Hip Hop Global, and I wanted I asked her how could I get involved, and she um, referred me to Terrence Barry, and Terrence Barry was good friends with our chairman and Dobby Mandela, and we had a three-way conversation, and from there we've been having a connection, what I'm saying, a bond,
Right.
and so that's how that came about. And I asked them, can I be their brand ambassador? And they said, that's dope. But
And you know what? It's just that simple. A lot of artists and entrepreneurs, they don't realize that companies, that organizations, that labels are actually looking for exactly what you're doing. Brand ambassadors. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that simple. You need someone that people recognize, that may have a great following or an up and coming following, and that's how it works. But all you have to do is just reach out. I noticed that those that I was afraid to reach out to because I just knew they would say no, they were so appreciative and so loving, and I'm like, but I'm not that big. You do know I'm not that big. And they're like, okay, what time do you want us? I'm like, oh my God. So just like you, I've been so very, very blessed. But
yeah,
I do want to say as well, is there anyone that you would like to give honor to? The legends, certain ones that stuck out in your mind that you, at this point, you want to give recognition and honor to?
I have to say all of them. I
All
can't
of them.
say one, because if I say one, I have to say two. Then if I say two,
Yeah, and they're like, wait a minute, but you knew me. I'm
it's all,
LL. LL.
I got all of them. I can't
Yes.
just say one or two. There's hundreds of
Yes.
individuals, brothers and
Yes.
sisters, that contribute to this big pot of gumbo I call hip hop. Everybody contribute. Somebody from the Bronx doing a potato, somebody from Queens doing the carrot, and somebody from Brooklyn threw some celery sticks in,
Right.
and you know, Brooklyn, Long Island brought some shrimp, you know, and New Jersey brought some crawfish, and somebody from California brought some steak, So
Well,
every,
Chi-Town brought the peppers because
yeah,
we had.
everybody brought something to the
Yes.
table and contributed to the big pot of gumbo. So respect and salute to all of our pioneers, our hip hop icons, and our legends.
Yes, indeed. I want to say, you guys, this is not going to be a very long interview. I just wanted to introduce you to someone who is going to be in one of our upcoming magazines, you guys. This is the legend himself. He is the gatekeeper. He is the treasurer, I say, of hip hop genre. If there's anything you need to know about hip hop, he's the man. He is the man, you guys. And we just want to say thank you so very much for coming through our global studio. If you want to find out more about Geechie Dan, you've got to buy Global Fire magazine. I thought you knew that, guys, but there's going to be a lot more in-depth info in the magazine. So this is just an introduction to Mr. Geechie Dan. So thank you so very much for coming through.
Yes, and I just signed a deal with Hip Hop Boulevard to create Hip Hop Boulevard International.
You heard
We'll
that.
have
Hip Hop Boulevard International,
well,
y'all.
Boulevard where we have Hip Hop Boulevard street signs all over the world.
You heard that. All over the world. Hip Hop Boulevards. We're going to have
Street
LL.
signs.
We street signs. We're going to have all of them. Okay?
The world.
Man, this is going
Yeah.
to be so incredible. Finally, that hip hop is getting its just due. Yes, indeed. So thank you so very much for coming through the studio. I so appreciate it. And I can't wait to talk to you later today because we've got a whole lot to talk about.
Thank you, and I appreciate the love. Big shout out to the Fanatics for the hat Generation Hip Hop Global for the sweatshirt, for the hoodie, and my homeboy Supreme for #1 draft pick with his clothing, and Hip Hop Boulevard, International Hip Hop Boulevard, Al Pizarro and his team. And man, shout out to everyone that supports me and follows me on Instagram and Facebook, because I get a lot of love on social media. And
Yes.
last but not least, God is God
Yes.
is great to me, and I have to give him a big acknowledgement, because if it wasn't for God
Yes.
doing what I be doing, so all the glory goes to God. And big shout out and respect and honor to my wife, Sheila. And I gotta say, before I go, I gotta say two more people. My son, little Daniel, uh, oldest son, and my youngest son, Jaden. He's in the ATL. So big shout out to the sons.
Hey. Hey to the family. The Phoenix loves you. I can't wait to visit you guys and eat some really good food from your city. Yeah, I'll be getting on the road next year once it calms down a little bit. We've got a lot of things planned for different cities. And so, of course, we got to come see Geechie Dan and the
Yeah.
fam, y'all. And of course, I'm going to take everyone with us. You already know. So, until next time, thank you so much, King.
I'm looking forward to being in the magazine, and we're gonna make it a dope issue
Gonna
for
be
everyone.
dope. Oh God. This will be the ode to hip hop magazine, you guys. Yeah. Well, talk to you later, King.
Take care.
Peace. Well, guys, that was really, really beautiful. But I gotta go because I gotta finish. Because we're working on the cover. That is the last thing that we need to do for the magazine that is dropping today. If you want to know where to find the magazine, it is going to be online for 1 week, and then physical copies will be after on day 8. You can order as many as you like, and you're going to meet a lot of the names that you may have saw in the comment section. So get ready for that drop that is coming in a couple of hours. So as always, you guys, peace, power, understanding. What else? Wisdom and light.